And today I'm here with Alison Greene-Barton, who's a friend and a colleague and a direct supervisor for me and is an expert in the Castellino approach. She's studied for a very long time and is a well-known international instructor, and she'll be a presenter in our upcoming series on supporting families to integrate their birth and early experiences. So I'm wondering, Alison, if you would just talk a little bit about yourself and what you're going to present.
Okay, thank you, Kate. I'm going to be talking about how to support babies to tell their story, their birth story in particular. Sometimes they reveal even stories of your ancestors.
Wow.
And then how to support those babies to feel met and to release what it is they're holding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I will be showing a video about a family that I worked with, a newborn, and this newborn is telling her story. And it's so interesting because when a newborn tells their story, they don't move in a straight line. You have to really move with them. And so sometimes you're moving them up in the air acrobatically and all the way around. Mm-hmm. And you really listen to their subtle muscle tightening sounds, if their energy field is open or if they're closing the energy field. And when you feel the flow, you go with them in the flow. And then as soon as you feel this sense of clutching or gripping or tightening up, you can hear it in their breath. They'll like that, or they'll start crying. That's when you stop and you make contact with the baby and really acknowledge that this is part of the story, that this place right here, thank you for telling us about this place. And you hang out with the baby there and sense into inside your own body what it feels like to hold your muscles in that way, so that the baby can feel a resonance with you and the baby. And then to keep mirroring to the baby, thank you for telling me this place. And eventually, the baby will start to let go and start to open the energy field again. And then you follow the flow of the baby's movements until you get to another stop. Sometimes the baby needs to go back in movement before it got back to that place, and it will come back there a few times. Sometimes the whole session is about supporting whatever the trauma is in that place and being with it. Often just the movements of the baby telling the birth story brings up memories in the parents. So then they start telling the story of the birth or what they experienced. And just that interaction with the story and the baby's movements can open the energy flow again. And then the baby will go to the next place as if, thank you. You got it. Now I could move on. And I've just seen so much healing, like babies that couldn't sleep can then sleep. Mm-hmm. Babies that had trouble nursing could then start nursing. The mothers who were also in the tension field of that trauma would start to relax, and then their milk would let down. Whereas sometimes they were not even producing enough milk for the baby, but just the feeling of the relaxing, settling, opening, being in alignment with the baby, making the eye contact, being in the rhythm of the story, brings together a harmonic resonance and connection with that baby, where mommy and baby become a unit again. The trauma is no longer separating them. And then they can start a new story.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that sounds wonderful. I can't wait to see it. So for those of you out there listening, this is Alison Greene-Barton, and her talk is Supporting Newborn Babies to Heal from Trauma, a Somatic, Relational, Connective Approach for the Whole Family. And her talk will be October the 24th, and is a part of our fundraising series for the Building and Enhancing Bonding and Attachment Clinic that starts on the 17th of October. We'll see you then.